Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to the Sky Pirate Droid. So we're going to have another quick quest completion episode because there's quite a few quests that we can complete. So we're going to start off by making a void upgrade for our ender barrels. So what a void upgrade does is a void upgrade just deletes excess items. So if we've got something feeding items in and it was spilling out if we didn't, like the cobblestone generator doesn't spill. At the moment we don't have any spilling things, but if we did, we had something that spills, we could just throw on a void upgrade and it would void out all of those extra items. So that gives us a structural Mark III upgrade, which allows us to put more positives, more structures, more upgrades onto a thing. We also need to make a sorting upgrade and a sorting upgrade for barrels. So sorting up. So we want one of these and one of these. Both really easy to make. The sorting system, like with a computer, there's no point in having it. To be honest, I think it's a little bit of a wasted mod in here. Basically, you throw these onto chests, and then as long as they're touching other chests, they all sort between themselves. A little bit like the controller and the drawers. It sorts among itself, and you can set kind of like this chest is for this mod, this chest is for this mod. But I don't think they work with better chests, and they do work with barrels, but again, like this system overrides it. And it's not a particularly hard system to get to. We do get a free sorting barrel from it. 1 second, I do want to check my sound options. Come on, music. How do I reduce the volume of my book, I wonder? Anyway, so the next thing I want to have a look at is thermal storage, so a cache. A cache, quite easy to make, if I remember rightly. So we want to make a basic cache, which is, of course, tin around this, and the cache holds up to 10,000 of an item. It's essentially a barrel, but requires tin and makes a slightly bigger barrel. We've already made the strongbox, and then we want to go to infinite storage, a deep storage unit. Deep storage unit requires reinforced strongboxes, a resonant cell frame, and some plastic sheets. So we have the plastic sheets. Reinforced strongboxes we need hardened glass for. So if we grab some obsidian and we start pulverizing that, then we can start down towards that chain later. So other than that, we've also got a router upgrade, so we need a bandwidth upgrade and a speed boost upgrade. So bandwidth upgrade, again, nice and easy to make, and a, what was it called? Speed boost upgrade. And once you have the computer set up, completing these early quests is quite easy. You need a cake. Well, strangely enough, we have been collecting milk from the cows that have been spawning, so we can actually make ourselves a cake. So there's that, and we get a auto eject upgrade. Can I scan these? I can indeed. And they do get me a small amount of... Oh, can't scan that one for some reason. Okay, so we can only scan... Ooh, whoops, I wasted my cakes then. Because I need cakes to make... Okay, so I'm going to need to go and get some more milk, because I do need cakes to make an end cake to go to the end. That was an error. I didn't mean to shift-click that. I meant to shift-click the one in my inventory. So, relocation pipes. Pipes that can be upgraded. Different modules can be installed to allow filtering, stocking, and crafting. Again, this is overrun by the ME system, but that's fine. So module crafting, module stock, and module spread. So module crafting, so we need module frames. So module crafting, module stock, which is this one. Ooh, expensive by ender pearls, and module crafting, module stock, and module spread. There we go, nice and easy. And that gives us a module one way. So you can create nice little systems with those, but not really needed. So other than that, we have the ender tank, which requires a frame, a valve, tank controller, tank glass, and energy input. So, wow, this is expensive. Ooh, okay, so I won't be doing that one just yet. That will require a little bit of build up to completing it. Over in power grid, dynamic power. So we want augmented transmission coil and a secondary transmission coil. So we want an augment secondary transmission coil and augment transmission coil ducting. Transmission coil ducting. Both easy to make, and that gets us a secondary gearbox. So RedNet cable is our next RedNet energy cable. And you can see that like we just kind of burn through these really quickly. Wow. I have no rubber at all, so I'm going to have to call that one as well for now. So I'm going to have to grow myself some additional rubber. Oh no, I'm actually smelting up some rubber as we speak. So this will smelt into plastic. That's what I was doing when I left. It's been a couple of days, or actually probably about a week and a half since I last recorded, so I was a little bit lost in where I was. I've been recording some 7 Days to Die actually, so if you'd like to check out some 7 Days to Die content, that's available as well. So we make some RedNet cable. What's the difference? There is no difference. And then RedNet energy cable. Do we need to make one? Yeah, we need to make one. And that gives us a tuberous flux capacitor, which is exactly the same as the hardened flux capacitor we got earlier, but it only stores 16,000 RF. It's a very small flux capacitor. And then we have power storage, which we've already done. We've got power cables, water power, steam boiler and steam turbine. So, steam boiler. What are we missing? We need a sludge boiler. What are we missing for the sludge boiler? Iron gears. So let's grab a stack of iron and go over and set up these to make gears. Oh, I did not mean to put my Formonomicon in there. And we've got 10 copper gears from having that stack smelted up earlier. We can place the copper gears back, we can place the leadstone energy coil back and the electrum ingot. So a yellorium ingot. That's easy enough to do. And this gets us starting down the route of big reactors. Big reactors is a great power source. I'm going to actually do another build to keep my big reactor in. I have a friend called Toadnet, he does a lot of sci-fi stuff on his channel. I'm going to build a kind of invading spaceship to, based on one of his designs, to be the Toadnet spaceship where my nuclear reactors and things like that are going. So is there anything special I can do with this? I can get 2 from it like that, 1 from it like that, 1, 3 if I put it through a QED, and 3 if I put it through an induction smelter using cinnabar ore and using rich slag. So that's probably the best way to get the most out of that one. And then we have to go on to building reactors. So I need to build a QED first. Assembly line has us auto magic and laser mining. The mob hunter quests require me to go into the nether, which I'll complete soon. So the first few quests of this is going to be quite easy. We need a blood altar and a sacrificial orb. So we need a sacrificial orb, which is just flint and glass. For some reason it put plastic there. There we go. Oh, my drive's completely full. Drive bay. And then I know I have some 1K storage units. So if I go around the back here, it's because I'm making so many items that don't go into the there we go, that don't go into the individual sorter, but are single items. So we're filling it up on single items. So we need a sacrificial orb. We also need a blood altar. And this is the start of blood magic. So what we need to do is we need to throw blood into the blood altar. I wonder if my runic shields work for that. I wonder if I can use runic shields. So the next thing we need to do is we need to set up our blood altar. So over here is going to be kind of like the core of the blood altar. So we're going to start with, this is the central line, boom. And you can see that the first thing we do to get blood into the blood altar is just start injuring ourselves. So our runic shields don't help at all. So we're just left to kind of regen, and this is what we have to do to start with. We just throw blood into the blood altar and it will store it for us. Later on, and take that off there, later on we can, instead of throwing blood into the blood altar, we can use other things. We can use mobs, and we can actually use golems as well, using a very cruel ritual in which we bind golems to the blood altar, and then they just slowly drain their hit points away. So that's the start of blood magic begun, and we'll need to charge up blood in the blood altar to make ourselves blank slates and weak blood orb, and then we can start down things like alchemistry. Over in Thorncraft there's a lot of different things we need to be getting on with. Tallying storage. But I think probably one of the servo converter, there should be one charger. So one of the things I want to go and do is I want to make a wand charger. So let's see. Thaumaturgy. We should have wand recharger. I need some magic essence for that. So I'm just buzzing around completing quests at the moment for the... There we go. That should give us enough to make the wand recharger. So travelling around the countryside recharging the wand is all good and well, but an auto-magic way of doing it would be much better. This specially crafted pedestal does just that. Any wand placed in it will automatically draw viz from nearby nodes. Nodes will not be fully drained unless it's a poor quality wand crafted from iron or sticks. So we need a primal charm, which requires balanced shard and air and earth shards, and basically all the other shards. So we have one balanced shard spare, and then we need one of every other shard. And 2 gold, and we should be able to make one of these quite easily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and let's see if any of our weak ones, because I'm going to be getting rid of my iron wands pretty much now, to be honest, because once you have a wand pedestal you don't want to have iron wands hanging about that you can accidentally air, fire, water. So air, fire, water, earth, order, entropy. Air, fire, water, earth, order, entropy. There we go. So we need a lot of viz for this. We need 25 of each, which means switching over to one of my big ones. You are the only one I've got capable of managing this. So now what the primal shard does is, as you carry it around, it will occasionally give you hints about research, which isn't really applicable in the state I'm in, but as well as giving you hints about research, it will also very occasionally drop little recharge orbs, like the ones that monsters drop. But I can make more of these later. For now at least, I am focused on making myself a wand recharge pedestal, so I need 2 diamonds, gold and an arcane pedestal. We have plenty of arcane pedestals, 1 gold, and we need to go and fetch 2 diamonds, which is much easier now that we have A, our computer, and B, a jetpack. 2 diamonds. No, I don't want to make any more reusable ones of those. So now we're just going to go and set this up, and we're going to then look at having the essence we require for it. So first things first, we need our primal charge and gold opposite each other. Primal charge. gold, and then we need 2 diamonds either side. And we need the arcane pedestal in the middle. Boop. And then we need 10 aurum, 15 exchange permutatio, and 15 precantatio. So let's see what we've got down here. We definitely have the... Ooh, let's clean these up first. Herba, Terra, and Arbor. Oh no, Meto. So we can put the Herba. Terra is one of the base ones, so you come over here. Meto can go over here. So we need... how much precantatio? 15. It's got plenty of precantatio in this jar. We can pop the precantatio up there. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to get rid of the stairs now that I have a jetpack. So, precantatio, that's fine. Actually, I'm going to do that now. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So, as well as precantatio, we need aurum, magic. So, have we got anything? Aurum. So I will make level. So we've got 2 aurum. We need to make some more aurum. Unfortunately, the only source of aurum we've really got available to us at the moment is the essences that I've been gathering from wisps in the nether. However, we do have a few essences. Let's see, we've got 4 ignis. We've got 8 census essence, right, and 8 alianis. So yeah, the census essence. 4 census essence will give us 8 aurum, and we have 2 in the jar already. So what we need is we need our census jar, and we need our aurum jar. Good. And then we can aurum and ignis census. Our ignis jar is full, that's why. So the census jar we don't need, we can take the aurum jar upstairs, pop it down. And the final thing we need is transmutatio. So where can I get a good source of transmutatio from? No, this one. Let's have a look, see. Copper, copper blocks, hoppers, okay. So I have tons of copper thanks to my copper plants over in my copper farm. Let's see. So we get 1 from that, we get 6 from that. So this is probably the better source. But how much do we get? So that would be, for 6, that would be 18. So actually, yeah, this is the better source. And I have thousands of ingots, so I don't care. Whoop. So let's put 16 in. There we go, and we'll find an empty jar. Nope, you have spiritus in you, you have ordo. Do I have no empty jars left? Well, that's frustrating. There we go. $16. And get rid of that as well. Empty that out. So we have a spare jar, and then we have a metallum jar, a spare ignis jar that can just pop down there, and a jar of permutatio. Just make sure this empties out first and then we can get everything into the jars. We need, I think it's 12 per mutatio. 15. Okay. These are the node stabilizers and the advanced node stabilizers. They prevent nodes from bullying, but they do slow nodes down so they don't recharge as fast. Requires power. Stabilizer draws this from the node itself. It does not draw enough to reduce the vis of the node, but it does halve the normal recharge rate. So this one completely stabilizes the node, but it completely removes any vis recharge. Advanced node stabilizers perform all the functions of the lesser version with a few minor differences. Firstly, they still prevent lesser nodes from having their vis drained, but it also allows stabilized nodes to drain vis from less ones, so it allows bullying basically. In situations where you do want bullying to occur. So, do I have enough? I have 16, which I believe is precisely the right amount, 15. So I have one spare. Excellent, so there's all of our essence required. So let's boot this. It's a minor stability issue, so it's not going to be a problem. And we just have to make sure we don't put any iron capped ones in the wand recharger because it will damage the nodes around it. So in goes all of the essence that we require, and then it starts sucking up the items. The gold goes first, then a diamond, primal stone or primal thing, and the last diamond, and there we go. So here's our wand recharge pedestal, and what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We are going to find the center of this arrangement of nodes, which is here, and we're going to pop it down. Now I'll just take this away. So what we can do now is we can pop this in here, and it will go round finding nodes which have the essences it requires and charge them. So you can see that it's drawn all the fire out of that, and now it's drawing the order out of it, but it's not damaging it at all. And now it's drawing the terror out of this one, and it will just do this. It will go around and charge them all up. So what I can do is I can charge this one up, and then I can go around looking basically, or I can go around using this one and leave another node in, or leave another wand in here. And by leaving another wand in here, I can come back and I can basically switch out two 75, 75, 75 wands whenever I need to. And when I get to a higher power wand, I can come back and I can have higher power wands. So it's just going around looking for the required essences. So that one's full, so I can put that one in. And it will not damage these nodes at all. These nodes will be left intact, and then they can recharge on their own. They can just recharge up to whatever level they would normally. But it will just charge them up for me, so I don't have to go around charging my wand. I do need to make this hole a bit bigger though. There we go. And again with this one here, we'll just pop these out like that, and then just do this. So we can go straight up. We'll do the same up here to a certain extent, as far as we can. We will take out you, 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 you. If I press F7 just to make sure I don't have any spawns happening when I destroy this torch. You. And then we can pop two of those down in here. There we go. Now we have a much easier up and down through there. So that has been a completion of a whole set of quests. Gives us 2 gold caps, which are quite nice, and we'll take the hearty breakfast because we don't need any more. Actually, that was kind of stupid because we can make hearty breakfast, but it gives us 2 gold caps, which is fine. We can make another Greatwood gold wand or something. So I've been the Gaming Droid, this has been Sky Pirate Droid, and this has been a complete missions level. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!